All right, Coach, we make our annual trip to Melbourne to play Florida Tech. How's practice been going so far this week?
Really good. I think, Coach Randall touched on it last week heading into Barry. We had a great few days of practice and obviously got a really good result on Saturday versus Barry. And I think it's continued these first 2 days. It's a very, very important game tonight versus Florida Tech for multiple reasons. And I think the guys have really embraced the challenge, and I think they have an extra edge for sure given the result of the first game. But they've done a great job so far. I think they're chomping at the bit to get ready to go tonight. So we've been really pleased with, their performance so far in practice, and now got to put everything in action tonight and hopefully come out of Melbourne with a victory tonight.
I believe it was either you or Coach Randall that mentioned even before pregame, dating back to November, that the key to beating Florida Tech was you had to punch them in the mouth, and then Coach Randall mentioned in the press conference afterwards that the key to that is we need to make sure that we have to have a mindset set right away and setting standards on both sides of the ball. Is that the same case, or is there another tailored way that you have to come up with now that the season's been going on a couple months?
Yeah, no, I think the message, through these first 2 days of preparation, heading into shoot around, and then, before the game tonight is going to be very much the same. Full credit to Coach Mims and their staff and the way they play. They're definitely, physically imposing. That's, their nature and really their brand of basketball for sure. You look at their front line with guys like Makai Noble, Elias Martin, you bring in multiple bigs off the bench, but then also just their guards in general are big, strong, physical, experienced guys. So it's going to be a dogfight for sure. In terms of the physicality, that has to be something that we come in ready for. I don't think we were ready for it the first round versus them, and it hurt us. They got to the offensive glass, they got to the free throw line, stuff like that. But I think, that has been a consistent message throughout the year to our guys from, not only myself, but more importantly, Coach Randall, of just how hard it is to win every single night in this league. One thing that you can really do is, set the tone physically. We talk about our brand of basketball, what we want to do, and that's a major, major part of, what St. Leo does and what we want to do, and, what helps us be victorious in the long run. So definitely heading in tonight, it's going to be a major priority to make sure that, that physicality battle is won by us and not them for sure.
Florida Tech still having one of the better, if not the best, defensive performance right now, averaging 69 points given up to the other teams around the conference and whatnot. Obviously, they're going to be keying in on Cannon after the past couple of games he's had. Are there any other players, or let me rephrase the question, which players would you be expecting to step up tonight in this big contest?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, Cannon deserves a lot of attention for sure, just as a number of our guys do. But I really think it's a group effort in general. Obviously a road game is always difficult, and you always need guys to step up for sure. Given when you play the top half of the league, you always need guys to come and make plays, whether that's other guys within the starting lineup, guys off the bench. You go back to a game like Florida Southern, Francis Seal comes in off the bench, has a huge night. Trey Lane makes some really great plays. And we're going to need those contributions against tonight. It may not necessarily be just those guys, but I think it just really needs to be a group effort. Because, obviously, guys like Cannon, guys like Marty are going to take a lot of the attention in terms of, defensive game plan against us and stuff like that. But I think that's one specialty of this team. I know Coach Randall's has talked about it all year long, how unselfish they are and how much they move the ball. I think guys are going to be ready for the challenge for sure. And, we're going to need big nights from multiple guys tonight to come out of there with a victory. But again, I talked about it earlier, they're ready for it. They're ready for the challenge. I think Barry really showed, the ability that we all have in general. You look at a guy like Marty, who coming into that game, is our leading scorer, and they really did a good job of kind of shutting him down. Well, we still scored 97 points, and that just attests to, the skill set of all our guys and the way the ball moves for sure. And it's got to be more of the same tonight, and hopefully the guys can execute our stuff and get it done for sure.